Hey, it's Friday, and I know you're hungry. So am I, so let's get started. I'm Mitch the Meat Guy, and today I want to talk to you about something called the chuck tender. Sometimes called the mock tender, but is it really tender? And just like any other piece of meat, it's all about your approach. So if you really want a flavorful steak, a good roast on a budget, this is definitely one of those hidden gems you don't want to miss out on. So don't be intimidated, it's just basic anatomy. Grab your sharpest knife, meet me in the kitchen. Let's go. All right, so this is actually one whole piece, but I was actually able to get this BOGO, and I had my butcher cut it in two, and I got this whole bunch of meat for under 20 bucks. So at first, I'm gonna save this guy for the roast, use this one for the steaks. I do want to get some of this silver skin off, so I'm just gonna get my knife underneath it, then go the opposite direction. And I'm going to leave some of that stuff on just because it's going to be a roast and I'm going to cook it slow and low for later. So I'm going to go ahead and put this sucker in my vacuum sealer. Make a little bit of room for the steaks. And I can use that roast, freeze it, and it'll be perfectly good and up to 6 months really even. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this guy off. And all you really want to do is just get your knife underneath there and get some of that tougher silver skin off. That's kind of not the most enjoyable when cooked, so I'm going to get a lot of it off before I cut this into steaks. Like that. I'm just getting my knife deep in there, just kind of sliding it in. Let the knife do the work. You don't have to be perfect, but you definitely don't want to get too much meat off with this. You always want to have a nice sharp knife. Get right in there. So once this is trimmed, I can get a lot of different things out of it. But first, I'm going to trim this little piece off because I want to make steak bites. And like I said, cooking this meat, you want to treat it with either a good marinade, approach it with a nice thin slice on high heat, and also, if you, for me, preferably, I like getting some nice thin sliced steaks. And then I'm going to use that sucker for the steak bites. And then I can get two thicker steaks out of it. Aren't those pretty? Now with these, I'm definitely going to marinate with the steak bites, a good marinade. That one big piece of meat for under $20 got me 3 very good, lean, but delicious meals. Now, because this is a muscle that comes from above the shoulder, it gets used a lot. So you always want to treat it with a good marinade, a slow and low approach, and just a little bit of love. Now, on to next week. Stay tuned. Stay hungry.